Central Empire Wrestling presents Bridge City Slam 6 live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Come see Jake the Snake Roberts, Buff Bagwell, former WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition, Real One Enzo Amore, The Powers of Pain, The Boogeyman, Snitsky, Jordan Grace, Cameron Brunei, and the stars of CEW. Tickets start at just $20 and include the Fan Fest from 4 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster or at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. It's Bridge City Slam 6, live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Watch Pekin Panther football live right here this fall on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, and YouTube with live announcers and an updated scoreboard, plus an area scoreboard to keep you updated on other schools of interest. It's Pekin Panther football live right here on Steve Shuttler Media starting Friday, August 30th. New Life Fellowship in Keswick, Iowa is hosting the Victorious Living Conference Friday, August 23rd through Sunday, August 25th, with guest pastors Luke and Jana Hobbs from Tennessee. You're invited to make plans to join New Life Fellowship in Keswick for this dynamic time of anointed worship, teaching, and ministry. New Life Fellowship is located just south of Keswick on Highway 22. The conference schedule is Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m., Saturday, August 24th at 6 p.m., and Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. We hope to see you for the Victorious Living Conference. This Saturday, H&S Feed and Country Store in Oskaloosa invites you to stop by from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. as they're hosting a celebration you don't want to miss. Join H&S Feed and Country Store as they mark 20 incredible years of service with their much-anticipated Checkerboard Day. There'll be family fun activities, delicious food, exciting giveaways, and live entertainment. Bring your friends and family, and let's make this a day to remember as we celebrate 20 years at H&S Feed and Country Store in Oskaloosa from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. this Saturday, August 24th. Hey, we are on. We are live from Barnwired in Sigourney for the Iowa Music Showcase. How we all doing? Yeah, it's a Friday, a beautiful Friday here in downtown Sigourney. Again, we are doing the Iowa Music Showcase. Do want to tell you right off the bat, you'll want to be here next Friday. I know we get a crowd every Friday, but next Friday is my 1-year anniversary for Steve Shuttler Media. Hey. And we'll have prizes. A prize wheel, in fact. Be like The Price is Right. Doot, 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 doot. So make sure you stop in next. And cake. We're going to have anniversary cake. Nice. So somebody's face is going to go down into the cake. Might be me. No, might be Neil. I think it should be Neil. Amanda, get in here. We got Amanda Snakenberg from Barnwired going to make her way onto the set. She's going to be talking to us about the specials, and I know a lot of stuff going on. Squeeze on in here. Stuff going on for football season coming right up, too. So you got lots to talk about. Tell us all about it.
I do. First off, I want to say that I enjoyed my vacation at the State Fair. That's why I haven't been here. And I have to give props to Steve because a lot of the artists playing up there had been here. So I was like looking at the schedules, and I'm like, oh, yep, they were at Barnwire. And it's because Steve brings them here. So thank you to Steve for that. But so football season is starting. Technically today. They have their first scrimmage, but it's in Bloomfield. But next Friday is their first home game. So we will bring back the Cobra drinks. So a Cobra is a caramel white mocha. You can get it sugar-free if you don't like all the sugars. And then I donate $1 back to the Cobra Club for every Cobra drink sold throughout the football season. We are discussing the breakfast for them on Fridays as well. More to come on that, but last year we did breakfast for the coaches and the football boys and cheerleaders for a free will donation on Friday morning before school. They could come in and get whatever they wanted to make sure they had a good, healthy meal for the football game that night. If I could talk, that would be great.
It happens to me too.
And then, so then lunch specials, we're going to bring those back September 9th, which is my wedding anniversary, actually. And so this week we have chicken salad on croissant and then chicken tortilla soup. Next week will be the chicken bacon ranch wrap, which goes over very, very well. Everybody likes that, with cheeseburger chowder soup. So, sorry. I had a lot of going on there.
That's good. You want to give up the microphone?
Yeah,
All right.
God.
Well, you can host the whole show if you want to. Amanda's got things going on here at Barn Wired. We're going to have a busy fall season here at Barn Wired. We've got, obviously, I'm booked up we're into November. I haven't really booked it past about the midway point of November yet, but every Friday we're here for the Iowa Music Showcase. As Amanda mentioned, we've had kind of a who's who of Iowa artists over the past year, and we're going to continue to bring them in every week here at Barn Wired for the showcase. This week's guest has not been here yet in an official capacity. You've shown up in a guest role a time or two, but put your hands together for Mr. Adam Klett. We're glad to have Adam here on the show. Now, if you're thinking, we've seen this guy before. No, you've seen his brother. His twin brother, Lee. Lee has been in, I think, 3 times at least, because he's kind of the local guy. If somebody can't make it because they're somebody is sick that morning or can't make it due to weather, Lee is my fallback guy. So he's holding the record for the amount of times. Adam, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we're glad to have you on this Friday. Been looking forward to this. Now, of course, you're half of the boys, or I don't know.
Half the front.
Yes, half of the front of the boys. Who's the back?
Well, depends on the day. We're getting better at it. We had, for a while there, we had 3 different bass players and 3 or 4 different drummers and lead guitar player if we needed one, if we didn't, whatever. Now we've got 3 solid guys, actually 4. 2 bass players. We got Rick Holmes and Jared Conrad, who's been with us for a while.
Sure.
And then we have Brian Peter Schmidt for drums.
Okay.
Now he's consistent with us now. And Jake Burrington, who happens to be married to my cousin, plays lead guitar, and his kids got old enough. He's like, I get out of the house now. So phenomenal. It's awesome. We have a full band all the time.
Yeah. It's probably a headache trying to, when you're flip flopping around like that with different members in and out.
Well, if somebody doesn't show up, I just get paid more. I just turn the bass up on the guitar. Or...
Do you encourage that? Please don't show up tonight. I need a few extra dollars.
We played over over the river in Illinois, and Lee already had a show. We already knew he wasn't going to be there. Our bass player, the one that was scheduled to be there, had a family emergency, so he couldn't be there. So just 3 of us. And I told him, I said, well, you can pay less or whatever, because I know we're only bringing half. It was one of the best shows we've ever had. I'm like, who needs those guys?
Yeah. Just trim down the band.
And they paid us the full amount. I'm like,
hey, there you go.
It was a good show. Very good show.
So let's backtrack a little bit. If we do have people watching or maybe live here in attendance that don't know who you are or aren't familiar with you, go ahead and maybe give some of your backstory.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from right here in Sigourney. I live just south of Washington now with my wife and my kids. And, I've been playing music since 2007.
Okay.
My first show was actually here in Sigourney.
Okay.
And then, went to The Boys is now officially 10 years old.
Nice.
I'm the only founding member left.
All right.
Everybody else is just add in, including Lee. And, I started writing songs a few years back, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
And now Lee's making a run at it. Like, he's always been writing songs about as long as I have, but it was always about he'd write 1, I'd write 5. Here lately, it's been the other way around.
All right.
So,
yeah.
he's catching up, and his stuff is getting good too. So I got to start beefing mine up.
Has it always been a little bit of a competition between the two of you?
For everything, everything.
And of course, you're twin brothers.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to ask a stupid question that I won't ask. But anyway, so you graduated from Sigourney.
Yep.
Now, were you guys involved in the music program in Sigourney?
Yes, we were.
Vocal
Yep,
stuff?
Just vocal, not any instruments. In fact, I barely know how to play this now. So, and I've been playing it for probably close to 10 years. So, yeah, give or take. But yeah, we both just sang and did the competitions and the other stuff. Nothing overly special. Just
Yeah. So, but it's always been kind of music's always been a part of your life.
Oh yeah, we've been singing since we were that tall.
Yeah. And so the band's been pretty steady now for 10 years, at least for you guys.
Yes.
And when did you start recording? I know, of course, I was on the radio when you put your first stuff out, which really took off.
So we started recording pretty much after we started writing, but we are probably the worst at recording because we are the slowest at getting songs out. We have like probably 4 albums worth of stuff that isn't out there that we want to get out and just cannot get. We have guys all the way from Fort Madison all the way up to Des Moines to get them all together to record or even get them to record their parts, and it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
So I've started recording without them, and
just have the
put out an acoustic album.
Yeah, I was going to say the Adam Klett acoustic solo project. Which kind of brings me to my next question. Now, you and Lee have been doing a lot of your own solo stuff as far as shows go. How long have you been kind of doing your own things show-wise?
I'm not sure when Lee started, but Lee, I think he's been doing it for 4 years now, I think. Don't quote me on that. But he's been doing the full-time music. That's all he does.
Okay.
My wife said no. I'm not allowed to do it. The money's there, but there's no retirement. There's no insurance, and we kind of need that stuff with the kids and whatnot. And so she said once I can retire from the post office, I can go ahead and go do that. And I'm not counting down the days, but I got just under 13 years to go.
Okay. Just 13 more years, and then you can go full-time music.
I think the week my youngest graduates, I can say sayonara.
Yeah.
So she just started first grade today.
Okay. Oh.
I got a little bit to go.
Just a little. And yeah, that's very cool. Now, you guys, how many albums do you have out there? How much music do you have out on like Spotify or Apple? And
so there are 16 songs you can find anywhere digitally.
Okay.
17 songs recorded. The one's a Christmas song. We didn't put it on anything.
Okay.
And it's only on it's on the website where it's on. We have a double CD that it's on, but it's honestly it's kind of creepy. I don't even like singing it, so I don't like it's Stripper Stole My Truck, but it's Stripper Stole My Sleigh. And I've already put it out. I refuse to sing it again because it screws with my brain. The next time I go to sing it the correct way, I'll get it wrong. Or Lee, we're bad about messing with each other on stage.
Sure, yeah.
He'll say out the wrong words, and it'll throw me off, or vice versa.
Yeah.
We have fun trying to do messing with each other.
Yeah.
We have good times. So we played in a small bar in Columbus Junction, and it was unintentional. But somebody asked us, we take requests when we do the solo stuff because Lee probably knows about 10,000 songs, or he has them on his phone and he's willing to read and sing at the same time.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
But he'll go through, and somebody requested, honest to God, I couldn't make this up, requested The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, man.
by, is it Woody Guthrie? Arlo.
Yeah, I'm not
Arlo
sure.
Guthrie? Gordon Lightfoot, that's it. I don't know why I always get that one mixed up. But anyway, when he said that, I had an odd factoid about that song that I don't think anybody in the right mind would know, but I'd heard it on the radio, so it had to be true. But I heard that they had a poll, like the top 10 worst songs to play in a strip club, and that was number 1. And so I told the guy that. Well, Lee was drinking a beer at the time, and it came out his nose. And it still brings tears to my eyes. I laughed so hard. It literally stopped the show for a good 10 minutes. I was on the floor laughing. It was so good. But I'm like unintentional, but like I said, we like to mess with each other.
Yeah,
so.
that's funny. And fingers crossed, maybe Lee'll show up today. You know, you never know. The guy pops up. The guy literally pops up everywhere
kinda creepy,
at everybody's shows.
Well, he might not because we own the building across the way we're putting an apartment in. Which, by the way, if anybody in Sigourney wants to rent an apartment, it's coming up. All I need to do is do a couple appliances in there, and it's ready to go.
All right.
But he knew I was going to be up there working today.
Okay.
So he's probably avoiding me.
Well, Lee, if you're watching, you come over. have a little boys reunion. We've talked long enough. Let's get to some music. What song are you going to do for us?
I haven't got a clue.
I was going to say, you got here. And by the way, we didn't really talk before we even started talking here on camera because you were busy chatting it up with the crowd here in attendance. And you were saying you don't know what you're playing. So what's going to come out of your mouth right now?
Well, I put a post out the other day because I had no idea what I should play. If I should play something brand new, I wanted to write something brand new, but I didn't get it quite done. I made a parody on "Goodbye Earl."
Okay.
I'm not going to play that because it's not quite there yet.
All right.
I'll give it. It's "Hello Earl" and the girls go to jail.
All right.
And
nice.
Carrie Underwood makes an appearance in it.
Nice.
Well, because she dug her key into the side of that guy's car, and she's getting a misdemeanor for that in the song. So it's a lot of man-hating songs. I'm getting back a little bit.
Reverse it a little bit.
But speaking of reversing a little bit, so I was down in Mexico with the wife and kids in January. And we're sitting there, and I'm drinking rum and Coke because it's all-inclusive, and that's the only thing I was going to drink the entire time we're there. And I got my 5-year-old's there, and she's getting a bracelet made, which is kind of cute. She made me this bracelet just the other day. I told her I'd wear it.
Yeah.
But she's getting a bracelet made, and there's another little girl, and they got the speakers going on all around the pool, and it plays Miley Cyrus's "Flowers."
Okay.
And I'm listening to it, and one of the 5-year-olds that's with her starts singing it, and Ella starts singing it with her. I'm like, she knows every word to it. Both girls knew every word of that song. And so I start listening. I'm like, okay, but there's got to be a man's version of this song. So it's not quite a parody, but it's not a parody. I just figured if she can buy her own flowers, good for her. But so I wrote a song called "I Don't Need You." And literally I wrote it on my phone on the beach. Didn't have a guitar with me. I wrote it on my phone. Came home, put music to it, and it worked. And so that night we had a show, and I'm sitting there reading off a notebook, which is a terrible idea. But made it where the guys liked it, so it's now on our set list. So.
All right. Well, let's do it. While you sing, I'm going to take a peek at the technical stuff on the technical side, make sure everything is going well there. But let's do it. Here's Adam Klett on our Iowa Music Showcase.
You're telling me it's over, saying we're not worth saving. You've taken my heart out for a ride, you left me with nothing. Well, before you go running your mouth, telling me what I need, just know I've done this on my own, and girl, I ain't worried, 'cause I can't spend my own money. I can't mess up my own bed. I can burn my own dinner. I can mess with my own head. I was alone the day you met me, and I'll be alone when we're through. Girl, you ain't nothing special. I don't need you. Just like the flowers I bought you over there dying in a vase. The feelings I had for you, they've been withering for days. What makes you think I need a woman like you to turn my life to hell? I hate to break it to you, girl, I can do that all by myself. 'Cause I can't spend my own money, I can't mess up my own bed. I can burn my own dinner, I can mess with my own head. I was alone the day you met me, and I'll be alone when we're through. Girl, you ain't nothing special. I don't need you. I can't lose all my car keys. I can't mismatch all my socks. I can go crazy all on my own and change out every lock. I was alone the day you met me, and I'll be alone when we're through. Girl, you ain't nothing special. I don't need you. I don't need you. Buy your own damn flowers. Let's see you write your name in the snow. That's where Lee's always like, well, it's easy. Just get a stick. I'm not going to make it yellow.
Adam Klett.
Thank you.
That's Adam with the boys here on our Iowa Music Showcase. Now, do you like me referring to you as Adam from the boys, or do you just are you trying to like do your own thing solo wise?
Not necessarily. Definitely, I do more band shows, or I do a lot of duos with Lee. There is a trick to this. Lee does so many shows, and then there's places where he'll do solo. They're like, I want to get your whole band in here.
Yeah.
So then when they advertise it, they're like, Lee Klett and the boys. Like, no.
It's just the boys.
So we started messing with him. Like every time we're out in Fort Madison, it's Brian Peterschmidt and the boys, or Rick Holmes and the boys,
yeah. Depending on where you're at and whose
like
home territory you're in.
Sometimes his head gets a little too big for his hat. But
What we should do is go to the boys and Lee Klett.
Yeah, the boys and Lee Klett. with Lee Klett.
Special guest or something. Or not special guest.
Again, Adam Klett hanging out here on our Iowa Music Showcase. We're creeping up on the noon hour pretty quick, so make sure you get in here for some lunch. They've always got great food and drinks here at Barn Wired. Let's see here. What else we got to talk about? It's been a while since I've seen you. How's your summer been? You guys been pretty busy this summer?
Summer's always the busiest season for us. July, for whatever reason, is always beyond crazy. I don't know how we make it through some of them. This one wasn't too terrible, but we definitely kept busy. And shoot, we got like State Line Rodeo coming up. That whole week is going to be nuts because play on Wednesday night. We close for El King. El King opens for us.
Oh, nice.
That's going to. I don't know any other Iowa country musician that's going to be able to put that on their resume.
Yeah,
they
really.
did a show with El King. So I'm like, awesome.
And she's before you.
Yes. Oh, yeah. She's opening for it. She's cool about it. But I think. I'm going to try to talk her into jumping stage with this. I know
sure.
John Party did that a couple years ago. He jumped the stage with the locals. I'm like, heck
nice. Yeah. And where's that at again?
It's in Fort Madison.
Okay. All right.
So we're excited. First time to get to do the rodeo. First time they have some really awesome, like Tyler Richton's there the next night.
Okay.
I'm glad it was him, not me, because I'm not a big fan of who's opening for him.
Okay.
I don't hate him. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about that. But yeah, that same week we're doing another show. We do one for Wiffles. They have I don't remember what the heck it is, but it's close to home, so I'm like, all right, I can do that, even though I'm gonna be exhausted from the rodeo. Well, then last night I just signed myself up to play guitar for Sierra Griggs.
All right.
And I told her, I said, you realize I'm not a very great guitar player? She goes, you're good. I'm like, okay. So just playing, not singing. I mean, I don't know about backup harmonies or something, but.
Nice. Yeah, very cool.
I'm like, I'm already regretting that week. It's going to be caffeine and.
Yeah. Now, I was also going to ask you, now, speaking of Sierra Griggs, now, you guys are known for supporting, like, Iowa acts. You've got your. We had the group Rural Route here in Barn Wired here not too terribly long ago. Mm-hmm. You guys are always wearing other bands' merchandise and supporting them and showing up at their shows. What's the story behind that? You just want to help support the scene?
All ships rise with the tide, so we like to help each other out and then show support. And like, honestly, I've never seen these guys. I've heard them. I've heard them on internet or other videos or whatnot, but I've never actually got to see them. They had these shirts for sale, so I'm like, I got a shirt off them offline. I just got it yesterday, so I'm wearing it. It is the softest, most comfortable
looks really nice
on the planet. I'm like, I'm gonna have to find. I've never heard of the brand before. It's like Thinkful, something like that. I have to look at it, but super comfortable, They're super cool. They come up. They catch Lee quite a bit. I think they're up northern.
Yeah, they're more that
So-
Fort Dodge area,
Yeah,
I believe.
So they catch him every now and then. So I actually think they caught him on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But yeah, and really, honestly, it doesn't hurt me any to support another
yeah.
band. It doesn't hurt anything if I go and buy one of their shirts. And like me wearing one of their shirts is not somebody sees me at a show wearing a Monica Austin shirt.
Yeah.
Does not mean they're going to take off and go to Monica Austin's show right now, and I just lost
Yeah.
it. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why not?
Yeah, everybody's got to support everybody here in the state. And
That and when I write a duet, which I've always got one or two in mind, trying to write, like I did with Sierra, I have somebody that's good, talented, and wants to work with me because I want to work with them.
yeah.
So
Yeah, very cool. I mean, yeah, the Iowa country music scene is as healthy as probably it's ever been, and yeah, just keep adding more and more to the list.
I think
so.
you had Lee on after he got his award.
Yeah,
That was pretty awesome. Nobody saw it coming. I was pretty impressed. I was awesome that they recognized that but he's been doing this for a long time. He's got the time to do it, so he does, and it's awesome. I wish I could go to more shows, mostly just because I like music. But,
Yeah.
Life, kids, work.
yeah. that sneaks up on you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do another song.
Okay.
What do you got for us up next? What's popping into your brain right now?
I think the one that I got the most requests to play, and I don't know if I've ever played it on the radio or anywhere live anyway. I know it's been recorded and put on the radio, but the only song I've ever been paid to write, and the only reason I got paid to write it is because I was at a 10-minute break at work, and at least that's what I tell my boss. I was on a break. But anyway, I got the idea, so I don't know why, and I actually do know why. I didn't know at the time. I had to ask him about it. But for what some of my dad's friends call him Frank, and I couldn't figure out why.
Yeah,
And my brain was going, well, I served with the military. Well, I had some guys. We went to military school, and they go out in the town and they tell each other, or they tell people that they met, they give them a fake name.
Okay.
So we're only going to be here for 3 weeks or whatever. I don't need anybody knowing who I am. If I get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just don't cause trouble, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm just trying to remember their names. So the idea of the song Frank came into my brain, and I had a 10-minute break, so I sat there and wrote it out on my phone. Like, it should be in the key of C. I'm like, I'll try it when I get home. Did it. It worked. Easiest song I've ever written in my life. So song called Frank.
yeah, I remember playing this on the radio.
Yes.
It's a good one. So Adam Klett of the Boys here on our Iowa Music Showcase.
I was rolling down the highway. I felt the thirst coming home. So I stopped and got a hotel room that was close to the bar. I was sitting on a bar stool, pretty young brunette come my way. She said, hey there, cowboy, what's your name? I said, let me be frank. You be who you wanna be. 'Cause baby, I don't know you, and you don't know me. We could close down the bar, in the morning I'm gonna leave. So let me be frank. You be who you wanna be. Well, you're the kind of girl a guy could bring home to mama. I'm just not in a place right now to deal with all of that drama. I completely understand, girl, if you just gotta walk away. But I think we can have a little fun if you decide to stay. And let me be frank, you be who you wanna be. 'Cause baby, I don't know you, and you don't know me. We could close down the bar, in the morning I'm gonna leave. So let me be frank. You be who you wanna be. Oh, let me be frank. Come on, baby. Baby, let me be frank. You be who you wanna be. And And by the end of the night, girl, I want to know you biblically. We can close down the bar, find out where this is gonna lead. Also, let me be frank. You be who you wanna be. You be who you wanna be. Baby, let me be frank.
Adam Klett here on our Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we are live at Barn Wired in Sigourney, Iowa. You know, we did this on the radio plenty of times. 5 random questions.
I get more than one question this time.
Yeah, you get all of them. Lucky you. I know some people dread this. Do you dread the 5 random questions? You don't? All right.
I'm quick-witted enough.
All right. Question 1. What is the go-to story of your childhood? I'm sure you and Lee probably have a lot of stories from your childhood, but do you have one in particular that pops up?
If we're talking about music, I think the number one's going to be, I don't know how young we were. We had been about 2 years old or whatever, but we knew every word to John Anderson's Swingin', and we'd sing it to anybody that would. So that's probably it. At least we've been singing together for over 40 years. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And if you've listened to that song lately, it does not hold up very well.
Swinging. Gotta get that John Anderson going.
Oh, my God.
Question 2. What is it about not reading directions that men find so challenging? What is it about guys and not reading directions? Do you have that issue?
Because that's just some other guy's opinion. I can put stuff together, dang it. I might have to take it apart and put it back together correctly, but I can do it.
We don't need directions. Question 3. What is the most penny-pinching thing that you do to save money?
Okay, so my wife likes horses. I don't care one way or the other, so we have horses.
Okay.
And hay's expensive.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So a couple years back, I went and bought a yard sweeper, and I sweep my yard and I feed it to him. You know, I've saved a ton. And then when my daughter destroyed it with my brother-in-law's golf cart by slamming into the side of it, instead of buying a new one, I duct taped that one back together. And
Duct tape.
It still works. Duct tape and a tarp.
Question 4 for Adam Klett. Let's see here. How much of your life is controlled by your phone? Are you on your phone a lot?
Probably more than I ought to be. But I'm in the group that we grew up without them. And if you take it away, I might be anxious for about a half hour.
Okay.
After that, I'm like, thank God that thing's gone.
Okay.
If I lose it, I'm like, I'll find it later.
Now, do you on that topic? Who is the booker for your band? Do you do the booking? Does Lee or does both of you?
Lee does the bulk of it.
Okay.
It's kind of went in ebb and flow. I used to be the one that does it, and then when he decided to do this full time, we was like, yours, you take it.
Yeah.
So he does the bulk of it, which is good because he's good at it. And
Yeah.
we get good prices and good. We go all the heck over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what you need. And then question number 5: what is the legacy that you are going to leave behind? That is a deep, big question. What is going to be your legacy when you leave this world?
I'm leaving behind a few girls that are going to. First, they already told me they're going to take over the band.
Is it going to be the girls?
I would hope so. It'd be awkward if it's not. And I told them, I said, what I'm going to do is I'll drive the truck and the trailer. I'll help you set up. I'll run sound for you and make sure all the lights and everything are going. And my middle child said, no, we're just going to take it. I'm like, I had her pick up a speaker. I'm like, now you try to put it on that pole. And she goes, all right, you can stick around. But I'm leaving. I think I'm leaving them with, they know that they can, if they want to do something music-wise or if they want to do whatever, they can do whatever they want. And I legitimately mean it. My now just 11-year-old is awesome on piano. My 6-year-old is learning the ukulele because she wants to play guitar like Dad. So she's learning on the ukulele.
Yeah.
Aaliyah also knows how to play cello, and she had the trombone. I think she's given up on that one. But
Are you happy about that?
well, when she said she wanted to do it, I went and bought one. So anybody wants a trombone, I got one.
Might show up at a garage sale
But
near you.
not necessarily just the music, but just like if they put their mind to it. If my counselor would have told me that I could have done this and done what Lee's doing right now,
Yeah.
oh my, if I'd have started this back then,
Yeah.
I could probably be living on somebody else's couch right now, but I'd be having fun with it.
So, all right, and you know what? Some of your personal legacy, we haven't brought it up today, but you did serve our country in the military.
Yes, sir.
So thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
What branch and what all did you do in the military?
So I spent 20 years starting out, the entire time in the Army National Guard. Started in Oskaloosa as a mechanic. I actually worked with
Jim?
Jim back now. My
Okay.
brain. I just want to call him Haushold. And I was like, he's got a first name too, but he actually fed me back then. And
Oh, nice.
Back when they actually fed troops real food.
Okay.
Before they went to, I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, package
But
stuff.
then I did a stint as a recruiter in other full-time positions, and then I went back to just doing the part-time and went over to, I'm the guy that does the mine detecting and combat engineer, blow stuff up, and,
Okay.
which is more fun, but it's also a lot harder on an old guy. And I wasn't really that old, but in the military I was ancient. So
Yeah.
and then retired. So thanks to everybody who pays taxes.
Well, go ahead.
My wife will get that pension. I'm sure I'll be long gone, but
Well, we definitely appreciate your service to our country. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Again, Adam Klett with the boys hanging out. Let's do one more song. What are you going to wrap us up with today?
Ooh, I didn't even think I was going to get three.
Surprise.
Well, anybody out there have a specific one you want to hear?
One of their originals. I'm trying to think.
I didn't write one called Anything.
What was the first song that was out to radio?
First song on the radio was Playing with Fire.
Playing with Fire.
All right.
You want to do that one?
Sure.
All right. That's my
So
request.
I wrote this for my wife. She wasn't even my girlfriend when I wrote this for her. We had kind of seen each other off and on, but we weren't anything official. And I was just getting into songwriting. It was only the third song I ever wrote. And I had an idea. It took me forever to write it, but I legitimately sat on the couch, and for 9 hours straight, I had a guitar on my lap for 9 hours. And every now and then I'd stop, I'd watch a little TV or watch an episode of this or that or whatever, and come back and write it. When I got it done, I actually saw her the next night, and I said, I wrote a song I said for you, and I think you might like it. And I played it, and then, I don't know, maybe a month later, we were official, and now
Okay.
she's married to me and stuck. So she'd get mad at me all she wants for anything I say on stage about her, because she just left me this morning.
She just left him.
Yeah, just left me. Went with one of her friends. She's going to a Light Red concert in Chicago, which that's
Oh, okay.
pink, by the way.
All right. Oh.
Right after I told her I would love to go to that concert, she went and bought tickets and didn't get one for me. I'm like, phew, hussy. I like to give her hell too, because I think I've written 7 songs for her, just for her. Only about 3 or 4 that we actually play out, but this is the first one. And I said, she can't even write me a limerick. I'm like, good gracious. She was a teacher too. You'd think she'd be able to write.
How long ago was this song then?
8 years now, I think.
All right.
So it's getting there. But anyway, yeah. I'll try to see if I can remember how to play this acoustic and make it sound right.
We'll all find out together. Here's Adam Klett one more time on the Iowa Music Showcase.
She makes me forget all the words. Yeah, her touch and I forget my hurt. Well, she makes a man lose his mind. She drive me redneck crazy. Well, there's something about the way she looks at me with those big brown eyes. She's like staring a bull right in the eyes, riding a tornado right out of the sky. Wish you had a grip, but you know damn well you don't. Like trying to swim against the tide, or getting a fight with a bull that's tied. You can't let go of a live wire, playing with fire. Yeah, she knows just what to say, and her kiss is gonna make my day, even when she tears my world apart. She makes me work hard for every kiss, but I know exactly what this is. Yeah, that girl is gonna steal my heart. She's like staring a bull right in the eyes, riding a tornado right out of the sky. Wish you had a grip, but you know damn well you don't. Like trying to swim against the tide, or get in a fight with bull that's tied. Can't let go of a live wire. I'm playing with fire. Like staring a bull right in the eyes, riding a tornado right out of the sky. Wish you had a grip, you know damn well you don't. She's like staring a bull right in the eyes, riding a tornado right out of the sky. Wish you had a grip, but you know damn well you don't. Like trying to swim against the tide, or get in a fight with bull that's tied. You can't let go of a live wire. I'm playing with fire. Playing with fire. She makes me forget all the words.
Adam Cladd here on our Iowa Music Showcase, live from Barn Wired in Sigourney. Adam, been great to catching up with you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again sometime. But maybe we'll get you guys in here as a band sometime, possibly.
You have to widen it out.
Yeah. So, but yeah, check out, where can people go to find your schedule and everything online?
The Boys Iowa on Facebook, or theboysmusic.com.
Okay.
Which I'm not as good about keeping up on that as I ought to be, but it's got links, so you can find out.
All right, so check them out online and support the boys here in Southeast Iowa. Again, appreciate you coming in today on this Friday. And do keep in mind, coming up next Friday, it's going to be a big one here at Barn Wired. We're going to be celebrating my one-year anniversary as Steve Shetler Media. We've got Tyler Richton. I know at least one, maybe two of the High Bank boys going to be joining him. We're going to have cake. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have a good time here at Barn Wired, so make sure you stop in next Friday. We're here every Friday at Barn Wired from 11:30 to around noon, so tune in or stop in and be part of the live audience. All right, thank you guys for being here today, and appreciate you guys watching on Steve Shetler Media Facebook and YouTube. So have a great Friday. We'll see you next week here on the Iowa Music Showcase.